bars right, would've thought a nigga gambit. Shout out to my
Mont3Ga, Mont3Ga. We here on the run, Sicarah. I'm gonna drop some bars for you, you know what's going on. I said, look, shorty type bad like Rihanna, but I'm the type to fuck her then block her. Cause I ain't got time for no drama, I can't get caught fucking around with Tatianas. You know I got sauce like some pasta. She love when a nigga right behind her. Shorty ass fat, I'ma beat it like a monster. Took her to Popeye, said she wanted lobster. You wildin'. Calm down, girl. Doing all this crying and whining at work. Baby, I'm a dog, don't you get yourself hurt. Cause I got another girl sent on my shirt. I'm a beast. I'm a pit bull. I got a fly from these bitches. Give me Red Bull. She talking high. I had to ask her who you talking to.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl Sicarah, and you already know we are on the run. And today I'm with Mont3Ga.
What's going on? What's going on? You know it's your boy Mont3Ga, Mont3Ga, Harlem villain, double M shit, baby. Let's go.
Yes. So I love the intro off the rip. Okay. So congratulations on Popular Loner. Like, you released the deluxe on Christmas Day. That was dope. Does Christmas have some type of significance for you, or what made you choose Christmas?
To be honest, like, what I was having a toss up between either Christmas or New Year's. To be honest, you know what I'm saying. I couldn't really think, like, cause either way I wanted to make a type of bang. You know what I'm saying. When I drop my music, I like to drop on important days. I don't just drop for like no reason. So if I drop on a day, that day was important to me, right? So it was, like I said, it was either between Christmas or New Year's. I went with Christmas. This is my gift to my fans, my supporters.
Ooh, I like that. Okay, that was a nice touch. So we gotta get into Popular Loner as the title. So do you choose to be alone, or how did you come up with Popular Loner? What is that about?
Yo, you know what? That's actually a good question, cause like I'm not really lonely. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not lonely. It's just like when I say loner, like I'm very popular. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people know me. I know a lot of people. But you know, when you see me by myself. You know what I mean? You don't really see me moving with a crowd. Like a person wouldn't know who I know. You know what I'm saying? Or what I'm a part of, or who I'm into, what I'm into. You know what I'm saying? Because the way I move like I'm a loner. But in reality, you know, I get a lot of love and respect from people. But it's just it's because of the way I move. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what Popular Loner really means to me. Like I'm just doing my thing. I move dolo. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
I love that. I feel like we have something in common.
Yeah, you know what? I just came up with that this summer, to be honest. Like, cause before I was going with like after pandemic, as a matter of fact, like after this, when they finally let us out back outside in the summertime, I came up with this idea, like, you know what, I'm gonna call myself the Popular Loner, cause like that's what I felt like at that time. Like everybody always know me as the Harlem villain. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I need something else that's gonna trigger them. Popular Loner was it? Like,
yeah.
It's definitely.
So that's one thing that I noticed when I was listening to Popular Loner. I was like, this boy is not lonely. So I understand the popular part, because I'm like, he definitely has attention, and like your music is really good, your bars hit, you're welcome, and I could tell even like in your content. I'm like, yeah, he ain't lonely. So we have to get into some of those lyrics. I like the fact that you were talking about you're confident and people think you cocky. And I like the fact that your confidence clearly comes through. But right, I don't really get cocky, but I want to talk to you about, how did you gain your confidence? Where do you think it came from, and were you always like this?
Yeah, I always was like this. Like, I've really always been like this with anything I did. Like, before I even started music, I was heavy on basketball. You know what I'm saying? Basketball was like a big thing for me. I used to be on teams, and I was kind of trash. I wasn't really that good at first, but I taught myself, just like how I taught myself how to rap. I taught myself how to play basketball, and it was to the point, even to this day, some people still call me Kobe, because that's my favorite basketball player. May he rest in peace. And you know, I say that to say, like, I just always had supreme confidence. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I'm one of those guys. I could walk in the room and the attention is on me. You know what I'm saying? Without me even saying a word. You know what I mean? That's just me feeling confidence on myself. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Yeah, so how did you react when you found out about the news this year about Kobe Bryant?
That hurt. Like, that devastated me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said before, the music, Kobe, I idolized him growing up. You know what I mean? Like, I really played basketball, and people used to call me Kobe Bryant. You know what I'm saying? I loved it. Like, how many people get to be called their favorite basketball player? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when I found out, seen his death, rather, I seen it on Instagram, and I immediately thought it was fake. You know what I mean? I was wishing it was fake until I kept seeing this shit all day long, and I was like, this really happened. Quiet as kept, I never really been so drawn to celebrity, you know what I mean, that I never met before. that they death affected, you know, my day. You know what I'm saying? Like, word.
Yeah, and that's the thing. As soon as you said Kobe, I was like, wow, this must have been a hard year for you from the start, because that happened in the beginning.
I knew this year was just gonna be crazy just from that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just everything that led up to that. You know, first off, rest in peace to Juice WRLD. It was Juice WRLD at the end of 2019. Then I think it was Kobe. Then Pop Smoke. It just like it was just so many things. Like you just knew this year was gonna be a wicked ass year. You know what I'm saying? Honest to God.
Right, definitely. And that's one thing that I want to talk about with you creating music and in this type of year. I want to know, was it easier or harder for you? Because some people said that they actually draw inspiration from going outside, while others said they finally could cut out all the extra things and can literally just focus on creating.
It was hard for me, to be honest. At a point, I wanted to give up this year. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, that's something that a lot of people don't really know. Like, during the pandemic, it could just slow down opportunities for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had things set up for myself pre-pandemic before they put us on the lockdown. And, you know, on the lockdown, those opportunities kind of went away. So, you know, it put me through a little self-depression for a quick moment where I doubted myself, you know what I'm saying? But again, that goes back to what I said earlier. I've always been, you know, confident. So I'm able to jump right back. But, you know, it wasn't easy, you know what I'm saying? And that's how the Papa Alona came out. And that's why, to me, that's what my best project to today, because that was the energy with making that every song on that project, even on the deluxe. Yeah.
Wow. You know what? I will say that when I was listening to the project, I was like, this is super good. It was intense. It was, nothing was lacking. Like, you know how sometimes you hear songs, you'd be like, yeah, they probably didn't care about that song. Or like you could tell like maybe the first track was the track that was supposed to be the hit song and then the rest was like whatever. Yeah.
About every track from 1 to 11 on the Papa Alona on the deluxe. I added I think 6 more songs, so it's 18. Every song on there is a vibe. One song that's actually personal is called What's the Word. That's actually a personal record that everything I'm saying on that record is actually true. Like everything I said on that record is actually what's going on around that time I recorded it. Another record is Whoa. Whoa actually is a very truthful record. That's really from the heart. Actually, I can't even remember all my songs, but a couple songs on that album is like, you know, some of them is for the streets, the swag, but some of them was me. Energy is another one. Explosions is another one. Pop Out is another one. It's a whole, but like I really like gave my supporters or people that just never heard of me before something to learn about me with this project. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So, you know what? Let's get into some of the lyrics from What's the Word and Explosions, because I definitely noticed some lines that I was like, no, we got to talk about it. We can't just skip over it. So you said, gotta be careful. I know that I'm chosen. Yeah. So I love that. When did you know that you were chosen? When did you know that you were special?
Shit. Since I was born, you know what I'm saying? To be honest, it's what I'm about to tell you right now. I never said in an interview before. I swear to God. So you about to get some like rare shit. You feel me? I knew I was special since the day I was born, and that might sound crazy, but like when I got of age to understand, my mother told me like I was born with 12 fingers, no cap. You know what I'm saying?
Me too.
Oh shit!
That's so cool.
You dead ass? Yeah, I got him right there.
Okay, so I knew we had something in common, but wow. Okay.
Crazy. All right, so clearly it's something special about us. When you really, I don't know if you really looked it up, but when you look that up, it says like, you know, that's bound for success. That child is going to be something successful and something, you know, they're going to leave their mark. So that's when I knew, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know it was going to be with music or I was going to make it with music until I got, you know, of age where I wanted to become an artist for real and be looked at as an artist. But, you know, I always knew I was something special, to be honest.
That's super dope, and I love that. And I think I just learned something new because I didn't know that.
That's the first time I said that on the internet. Swear to God.
Yes, because you know that's really dope, and I like originality, and you were born original, and I think that's the funny part. Everybody.
And I was born on Easter. It was Easter. It was a Sunday, and it was Easter Day, and it was daylight savings. Okay.
What I did not know that. Easter.
April 3rd. I ain't gonna say the year, but April 3rd. You feel me? I was born, and the year I was born was Easter, and I was born on Sunday, and it was daylight saving. So when I was born, like the time had just went up.
What? Okay, that's insane, and that's super cool. So I love that.
Yeah.
And there's another line in Explosions that I was curious about because you said, "Come from the bottom, I grew up with vultures." Now I know you come from Harlem. And I want to talk about, because you also call yourself the Harlem villain. So I want to talk about what was it like growing up in Harlem, especially when you talk about growing up, around vultures, etc.
So like I'm gonna just say where I'm from in Harlem. You know what I mean? I was born and raised in 2 areas in Harlem. One Manhattanville projects. That's actually somewhere I was raised, where I was actually born and raised. And then I moved to Lenox Avenue. You know what I'm saying? And from the areas of 113th to 115th. That's another area I'm at. And like I said, it's not. Well, like you said, it's vultures everywhere. You know what I mean? It's vultures everywhere, not just if it's a hood, there's vultures. So you just have to know how to maneuver around certain people. You know what I'm saying? But when you move with peace and you move with genuine love and real energy, authentic, you know what I mean? Authentic energy, I think it'll come back to you, when you reciprocate it out to the universe, shit gonna come right back. So I try not to really worry about the vultures too much, but I will remember where I came from. That's why I talked about it in my song,
Right, exactly. And I want to know, like, growing up from Harlem, I don't know, you didn't say your age, which is totally fine. But did you remember?
I'm in my mid-20s.
Okay. That's fair. So did you grow up around people like Joel Santana or seeing Jim Jones? Did you ever see the Pink and everything?
I used to see Jim Jones all the time. Like, even before I was a rapper. Like, I used to see Jim Jones all the time. Even Joel's. I seen Joel's a few times. I seen A$AP Rocky a couple times. I seen Ferg a couple times. This is before I was an artist myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't even thinking about making music. You know what I mean? Like, as a matter of fact, I walked past Jim Jones and A$AP Rocky. I think this is 2015, I want to say. Maybe 2015, 2016. They was right by YMCA on 135th and 7th shooting a music video, and I walked by. And I didn't even, like, think to say anything because I wasn't an artist at the time. My mind wasn't really there. But I seen DMX. I seen a lot of artists in Harlem. I met a lot of artists, but if we talk about artists I met in Harlem, I seen DMX, Joe Buttons, Black Rob, Jim Jones, Rocky, Ferg, Joel's, Mano, Safari. I seen Safari on 25th. He was just, I don't know what he was doing, but I seen the nigga on 25th. That's pretty much about it, you know what I'm saying? That I seen in Harlem, but if you walk around Harlem, you're gonna see like a bunch of artists. I seen, shout out Ray Mula. Ray Mula's another artist in Harlem, you know what I'm saying, that's doing his thing. Nino Man, shout out Nino Man. You know what I'm saying? He got a big name in Harlem. I see him almost all the time. It's the homie. Tim Vocals, shout out Tim Vocals. Like, you'll see a lot of artists that's really doing their thing. I could go on and on, to be honest. Like, I remember the year I met Mano. And I believe it was 2013 summer. Was not an artist. Fast forward 2018, I DM'd Mano. And we had a message, and he gave me a little word of advice. To this day, he probably don't even know I was the person that walked up to him the second I get a picture in 2013.
From What's the Word, you said, sometimes you take a loss, I still go hard, F you thought. And I like that because the way it rhymed, and it's so New York. Like, that is so New York. Mm-hmm. So what motivates you? What keeps you going? How are you able to maintain?
What keeps me going, every day I want to be better than what I was the day before. You know what I'm saying? Like, I believe, like, every day you should grow, you know what I mean, with something. You know what I mean? If you're not growing, then you're not doing something right. So, I want to just grow with my music, you know what I mean? So that's why I said what I said, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know I get a lot of doubt from other people, but I'm at this point in my career, I'm not even paying it no mind. Fuck you thought, you know what I'm saying?
Right. And I think that's really dope about you because I feel like you did mention in your music, you was like, I've been rapping for a long time. And I think that's the beauty of it because you only get better over time and then your fans grow. It's better that way than I think instant, because instant, I feel like as quickly as you get it, you can lose it as quickly.
Well, this cat, somebody just DM'd me the other day on Instagram, right? And this person said, like, I've been following you for a long time. Before, like, I guess they've been watching my come up or whatever the case may be, and they said, like, you doing exactly what you got to do. They just gave me so much love and energy, and it was heartfelt, you know what I'm saying? It was really heartfelt because they said, like, I've been watching you, like, and you got it, like, you definitely got it. So it's good to, like, know, like, it's really, what I'm doing is really paying off, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's people really watching what I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? It's a great feeling.
Right, and you definitely have like that energy on your songs, like Ish Talking, that was one of my favorites. I was like, okay.
Yeah, that's actually the last song that I recorded. That song wasn't even going to be on a project, to be honest.
Really?
Hell no, that wasn't going to be. Shout out Shady Baby, that's an artist. He's also from the east side of Harlem. He had contacted me on Instagram. We've been following each other for a minute. He wrote me, we talked about collabing. I set the session up, said, yo, pull up. He pulled up. We made the song in 1 hour. In 1 hour.
That's
we
it.
made the song in 1 hour. He went in there, freestyled his verse. I had like 8 bars already done. I added in another 8, and that's what it came up. We didn't know what we was going to name the record, so that's why we called it Shit Talking. Because if you kind of listen to both of our verses, we shit talking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, who's talking the most shit on the song? You know what I mean? It's like that type of shit. But that was the last song on it. I wasn't going to put it on the project. But I'm like, nah, this shit hard. You know how you just
Right.
record. I don't know, but to all the other artists in the world, when you record something, it's like, nah, this got to be on the project. This got to be on it. So I threw it on there.
Nah, that's what's up, and I could feel that. Especially on some of the records, like the energy was so high. So I'm curious to know, what was your favorite song to record? Like where you feel like you had the most fun or you had the most energy in the studio?
A lot of them songs was recorded in the same day. Honest to God. So
What?
yeah, so as a matter of fact, so you don't think I'm capping, I can actually show the proof right. I'm gonna go right to my email, right? I'm gonna go right to my I'm here we go. I'm panicking, y'all. My bad. Bear with me one time. Boom. Go to my email, type in AI.
How long was your studio session that day?
My sessions, every time I go to the studio, my sessions be for about 3 hours. Anywhere from 2 to 5 hours, honest to God. Like, you know what I'm saying? When I go to the studio, that's what I'm telling you, I knock out like 5 songs. I'm knocking out EPs, and my engineer, shout out Elijah Hill, my engineer can vouch for that. Like, I knock out 5 to 6 songs every session. You know what I'm saying? Every session. No lie. Look, for example, right? So, boom, this is Energy. That's
Energy,
the song that's on the project. Groove is on the project. AI is on the project. So those 3 songs was recorded in the same day. That's why it's in the same files and email.
Got
Okay.
you.
Boom. What else? So as a matter of fact, that was just to show you, like, I really record everything in one day. If I had to say the song I had the most energy on, it would be between AI or Groove. Because when I recorded those 2, I knew the lyrics by heart. Like sometimes I look at my phone as I'm rapping my songs, but those 2 songs I just knew the fucking lyrics of heart. Like, I feel what I was saying. You know what I'm saying? So
That's dope. I love that. So, like, for you being a music artist, I know back in the day, even if you didn't want to be an artist back then, there had to be hip-hop songs that probably influenced you or impact you. So, what are 3 songs, and, like, who are the artists where you heard it and it, like, really touched you?
songs is a tough thing right now just to think off of the top, but I could give you artists right now off the top. One, and I could give you these artists in different stages of my years of living so far. 50 Cent, and that started from when I was like in elementary school. That Give It a Die Trying album, my mother played that shit about fucking 50 times before she took me to school, you know what I'm saying? Same thing with my pops, my uncle, everybody played that shit, so it was like, that was a classical album. That was embedded in me. 50 became one of my favorite artists at that time. I was influenced and inspired by everything this man has done, even to today. Another artist, Lil Wayne, that came mostly when I got to high school. Lil Wayne is actually my favorite artist of all time, actually. You know what I'm saying? I try to follow his pattern as far as recording a lot and having that approach on bodying everybody other song and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? But with Lil Wayne, when I got to high school, his music just motivated me and inspired me, everything that man made. And Chief Keef is another one, you know what I'm saying? Chief Keef, more or less, is his impact. You know, like, I feel like he don't get enough credit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he only 25, 24, and the dude is a GOAT, you know what I'm saying? Like, give that man his credit. He started this drill music, like, he really is the face of that, the godfather of it, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if people really know it or not, but in New York, he had niggas out here wilding, you know what I'm saying? Like, he had niggas out here wilding. So Love Sosa, all that, he had niggas going crazy, including myself. So them three artists, 50, Chief, and Lil Wayne. And I gotta say French Montana as well. He plays a big part in my growth in my music career.
Yeah, there was a song I was listening to and your voice sounded a lot like French Montana. I was like, whoa.
I used to think I was French Montana. When I was, that was like in the beginning of high school. My rap name used to be Michael D. Montana before I became Mont3Ga. So before I became Mont3Ga with a 3, my name was Michael D. Montana. I used to be like kind of like Facebook famous in a sense. And this is like in 2012, 2013, like when Facebook was a thing. And I never really did anything with that, you know what I mean? It kind of died out, and I was kind of upset because I started rapping like afterwards.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but French Montana was what inspired the name Michael D. Montana. Michael was actually my middle name. The D was just there for whatever the fucking reason was there, and then the Montana clearly because I thought I was French.
Exactly. So wait, if you were popping back then and you wasn't even an artist, what made you so popular? Were you like a class clown or something?
Yo, you know what? That's actually a good question. I don't know. Like, I just always, well, hell yeah, heavy on the class clown. Heavy on the class clown. Yeah. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, heavy on the class clown. But other than that, like, I think it was just always the people I was always cool with. I just always was like in like lit situations, kind of, sort of. Like, I had this dude that I was cool with back then. I don't know how he doing now. Shout out to him, though. His name Emmanuel. Back then when we was in school, he used to be like Facebook famous himself, so he used to tag me and shit all the time. And you know, if that's your man's, 9 times out of 10 it's going to go with you too. So it came to me, and like I said, I just did my own thing with what came my way. You know, that's how it really happened.
That's dope. So for you to become a music artist, I'm curious to know what made you choose the genre of hip hop. Like, what drew you to hip hop?
My mother used to rap. My mother, Jay-Z was gonna sign my mother. No cap. Like, a lot of people, when I tell people this story, they be like, you know, they be thinking I'm fucking bugging out or something, but it's true. It's true shit. You know, Jay-Z was gonna sign my mother. My mother, she can really like freestyle. She might be a little better than me. I ain't gonna front. But she's like really lyrical. You know what I'm saying? She come from the 90s time. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, she rapped for Jay-Z one day. This before Jay-Z got as big as he is now today. You know, Rockefeller Records used to be downtown, whatever the case may be. She rapped for him. He told her he was gonna put her through artist development, and you know, from there on out, you know, she was going up. But I guess things happened in that time, it prevented her from going up, and shit like that. But that's pretty much how I got introduced into music, from pretty much my mother like bringing me to the studio when I was 5. Like, really though, like, it'd be times like she'll go to the bathroom and I'll go into the booth while she in the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of weird, like, how I really became a musical artist myself now, because I was always like introduced to it. I just never really paid it no mind at all.
Wow, that's like life coming full circle, basically. That's so dope.
Absolutely.
So I'm curious to know, are there any artists that's on your music playlist or your top 25 that we might be surprised about, or any artists you listen to that we might be surprised to know?
Mainstream or like underground, or it doesn't matter?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the mainstream. I listen to a lot of Atlanta music, you know what I mean? People who probably won't think I do, because I'm from New York City, you know what I'm saying? It's like, New York got this thing like, oh, it's not real, or whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, to me, I love what music is at right now, you know what I'm saying? Because like, you could do your own thing, like, you really be, like, back then, you couldn't really do too much things, you were subjected to certain things. I feel like now you could really just be who the fuck you want to be on the track, and if that shit go rival, it's going rival. I'm into, like, Atlanta artists, so, like, I listen to a lot of Young Thug, I listen to a lot of Lil Baby, I listen to a lot of Da Baby, Stunner. I listen to all types of music. I can't even just give you, like, I'm a fan of music. I personally feel like when you are an artist, you should never lose that ability of being a fan of someone else's music, because when you lose that ability to be a fan of someone else's music, that's when you start to really be jealous of their success. You know what I'm saying? When you keep that ability to be a fan and still be your own artist, you know, it's like you just keep going, you know what I mean? You just congratulating them on what they got going on. But some people now don't really move like that, you know what I'm saying? Right. At all.
That's so true. And for you, if you could choose, like, let's say, I'm going to give you 3 artists, but I'm going to give you 3 pairs of artists. You only could pick one.
So I can only pick one out the 3?
Yeah, it's A$AP Ferg and Keisha Cole on one record, Ashanti with Young Thug, and then Nicki Minaj and Lil Wayne. Who would you choose to work with? Which pair?
I'm going with Nicki Minaj and Lil Wayne.
Okay, is that because Lil Wayne's your favorite?
Yeah, Lil Wayne's my favorite artist. I don't care how old that man is. I need a verse. I need a verse. And then Nicki Minaj, you know, right now in today's time, people not really respecting her, but at the end of the day, she's one of the greatest female artists ever, if not. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's unfortunate she never won any type of Grammys in her right, but she's still a great musical artist. Who wouldn't love to be on a song with Nicki Minaj, and who the fuck wouldn't love to be on a song with Lil Wayne? But just to have both of them on the track, get the fuck out of here. Come on. No disrespect to Thug and Ashanti, that would probably be my second choice, Ferg and Keisha Cole, that would probably be my third choice. But Wayne and Nicki, we talking about legends. Come on now, we on the billboard with that one.
Got you. I love it. So for you right now, I want to know, what is your ultimate goal that you really want? When people hear Mont3Ga, what are they supposed to think of?
I want people to, when you hear Mont3Ga, think of staying true to yourself, right? Think of everything I stand for, right? When I say live Mont3Ga, die Mont3Ga, you know what I mean? Money and music, enterprise, Harlem villain, popular alone. Is just think about what I stand by, the way I move, my morals, my ethics, you know what I'm saying? The work I put in, you know what I mean? It's like, for example, if I'm making a song, right? For example, I drop a project, I have so many different sounds that no one knows what to expect when you see a song by me. It could say Mont3Ga orange, since I got an orange, right? You won't know what you're getting. You could get an auto-tune song, you could get my regular voice. You don't know what the fuck you're getting. I always want that approach. I want you not to expect nothing from me. You don't know what's coming from me. But what you do know is I'm authentic, so you know whatever's coming from me is real energy. That's all I want people to understand.
Why do you say live Mont3Ga, die Mont3Ga?
It's like a lifestyle for me. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's like one of those things to like. It's like I can say like I'm my own hype man. You know what I mean? It's like I'm boosting my ego up. You know what I'm saying? Live Mont3Ga, die Mont3Ga. Basically, is like if you say something, you stand on what you say. You know, you true to what you say. You know what I mean? You live by it. You know what I mean? You live by it, you die by it. Like Sicarah, you could be live Sicarah, die Sicarah. Shout out my boy Iz, live Iz, die Iz. You know what I'm saying? You could really just. It's a lifestyle within yourself. It's just basically being true to yourself.
Okay. I love that. So anybody who's trying to be true to themselves honestly have to go through some hardships, especially with their music, because people always want to change you or make you into whatever they think you're supposed to be. So I'm curious to know, how did you overcome, and if you want, you can mention an example, but how do you overcome those situations within the music?
I had a manager back in 2018. Me and the dude don't even speak no more. We ended on like very bad terms, but and it was because of that. He was trying to control me as an artist. You know, I felt like he didn't really understand what I was trying to do. No disrespect to anyone, but he was trying to tell me to, at the time, to be to make music like 6ix9ine, and no disrespect to whatever the case may be. I don't have anything to do with it, but that's just something wasn't suitable with me. And it wasn't even part of my image. Like, I like what I'm doing now, what I'm making now is what I always wanted to do. So it's like, and it's working. So it's like, we didn't see eye to eye. So, you know, shit like that happens in the industry. You know what I mean? You will have people trying to control you as an artist, your image, the way you think, the way you write, the way you talk. Nah, I'm always stay true to myself. Live Mont3Ga, die Mont3Ga. Simple. I pretty much live in the moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, I'm going to give you one of the amazing things that happened to me. This is in 2018. I was in cities. This moment is so surreal to me, because, like, this was the moment where it told me I'm doing the right thing. In 2018 March, I made a song called Drippin', right? I actually have a video for it on YouTube. It's a song called Drippin', right? And this is a record I promoted that whole entire year. It was the first time I even was promoting just one record. I never just promote one record. So I was promoting literally just one record the whole year, going crazy in clubs, getting, you know what I mean, just trying to get good feedback, right? I went to a club called Cityscapes. This is in November. Again, this is me living in the moment. It was in November. It was this, shout out to promoter, some guy named Sleep is Harlem. He hit me up to pull up to the club because he said Rich the Kid was there. He wanted me to politic with Rich the Kid, yes. And, you know, Jay Kush was going to be in the building. It's around the time Jay Kush was releasing his album. Long story short, Rich the Kid never pulled up. Jay Kush just did, shout out to him. But I'm in the club, I'm in my VIP section, me and my Double M niggas. It's lit, you know what I'm saying? It's music, my music playing, the DJ shining us out. I think it was DJ Punch, the DJ. He shining us out. It's lit. I'm feeling like the way I need to feel. No cap. The promoter comes to me, he like, I'm gonna need you just to move your stuff to the next VIP section. Boogie coming in, right? I was kind of drunk. I said, who Boogie, right? So then he said, hey Boogie, and that's when it hit me. I said, oh yeah, move my shit. For me, so I move my stuff over. For me, move my stuff over to the next side. So him and the whole Hot Bitch label came in, and again immediately, like I said, I'm an artist myself. You know, I don't get into like. I'm a fan of A Boogie, and his come up really hits home with me because I used to have him as a friend on Facebook before he blew up. Like, he used to tag me in his music, like dead ass, like really though,
Wow.
like no cap. And I told him that when I seen him in the club that night. I told him, I walked up to him. First, I walked up to Bubba, right? And Bubba, we chopped it up. Bubba sent me a boogie. I want the boogie. I'm like, yo, I really inspired by what you're doing. You know, I had you as a friend. Yada yada. I said what I said, and he immediately showed me love. And it was like from that whole night, we was in the same VIP section. He was just giving me advice on everything, telling me how I need to move as an artist. Like it was just really lit. So my point in saying all that, that's me living in the moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's videos of my grand to prove this shit too. Like, it was just shit is just so crazy. Like, I really go through some amazing shit. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, that truly is amazing. And I love it because even though, like, let's say Rich the Kid didn't show up, you could have left. You could have been like, you know what, whatever, I'm out. So,
And you know, so crazy. That's what me and my guys was going to do. It was just Jay, Chris there. Rich the Kid wasn't really pulling up. It's so crazy. I wasn't even going that night. I didn't even have no money to be there in the club, be inside the club that night. You know what I'm saying? The person who I was dealing with at the time, I had told him like, yo, I don't really got it tonight. They said, yo, just go. Like, you never know, just go. And I said, you know what? You're right. I went, and that was one of the best nights of my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, A-Boogie really, you know, out of all the artists I met, you know, he's really one genuine, humble guy. You know, shout out to A-Boogie. Big shout out to A-Boogie.
that's amazing, and I love to hear stories like that, especially like when you're on the rise. It's totally motivation.
Yeah, like he didn't make me feel like I wasn't nothing or I wasn't on his level, I should say. You know what I mean? He immediately embraced me as a king, you know what I'm saying, and as an artist. Or maybe at the same time it just was my energy at the same time too,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't embrace him as a fan, I didn't embrace him as a groupie, I embraced him as an artist, but I embraced him as a man first, you know what I'm saying? Everything else second. So I think that mutual respect was there, you know. When I do come into the game completely, I'm pretty sure me and A-Boogie will work.
Yeah, that's what's up, and I can't wait to see that for sure. So I'm curious to know, 2020 has been obviously a really difficult year. We spoke about that a little bit earlier. I want to know, what are some of the things that you learned from 2020 that you'll be taking with you into 2021?
It don't matter how long, and notice how it didn't take too long to even answer this question. It doesn't matter how long you know someone. If a situation occurs and it's telling you to cut that person off, you need to cut that person off. Life will show you. Life will literally keep repeating itself over and over again until you learn that mistake and react to it and fix that mistake. That's what I learned this year. A lot of people cut themselves out my life. You know what I'm saying? And I don't look at it as it was. I looked at it as happened for me. You feel me? Because when I look at those people who took themselves out of my life, they was holding me back anyway.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's deep. I love that. Okay. So how do you go about accomplishing your goals? Do you write them down? Like, how do you keep yourself accountable?
I believe in like manifestation. You know what I'm saying? I really do believe in that. I believe in like meditating. I'm very spiritual in a sense, and so I really like have a spiritual mindset with the way I attack things. If you notice in another line I said in AI, I said, life just fine. I ain't got time to worry about time. I'm gonna get mine. It's already mine. When I say that, I'm basically saying like it's already yours. No matter what you want in this universe, it is yours. You know what I'm saying? You have to go get it. Life is literally what you make it. You know what I'm saying? Like life is what you make it. You control your life. You know what I mean? Some people let they let life control them. You know what I'm saying? They let life choose a life for them. No, you control your life. So that pretty much answers your question.
Wow, you answered two of them. Simultaneously.
Answer 2 and 1?
Yeah, because the other one was... No, it was perfect. It says the other one was, do you pray or have any spiritual affiliations that help you get through? And if so, how?
I could get real deep into that because that's the reason why. So, like I said, I'm very spiritual. That's the reason why I dropped my project on 11/11. You know, 11/11, people say make a wish. It mean a lot of good things, and that was the reason why I think I'm getting good remarks from my project, Quiet as Kept. The number 3, I believe in numerology as well. So you know, this is a 3 in my name and not a letter E. One of the reasons that is because when you stream my music, I just want me just to pop up. That's one. But main reason is that number 3 follows me. I was born on April 3rd, like I told you earlier, and the number 3 just follows me along with the number 9 and along with the number 11. No cap. So I just threw the 3 in my name. And just it fits.
Wow, that's so dope. Okay.
That's actually what my name means. It means dope. That's what Mont3Ga means.
No way.
I swear to God. Yeah, back in like in New York City, back in New York City, back in like the 80s and 90s, Spanish people used to be like, you know, let me get that Mont3Ga. You know what I'm saying? You got that Mont3Ga, that's that dope, that's heroin for like, you know what I mean? Back in them days. So basically, my name is just saying I am a dope artist. Simple as that.
That's really cool because I've definitely heard of that before. But you know, obviously, I was young. I was like, I don't get it. Mont3Ga. Everybody say Mont3Ga. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Oh, that's crazy.
That's why I tell people, like, with me, like, it's really like it's I'm really an artist. Like, I'm not a rapper. I don't do this for no trends. I don't do this just to blow up for one hit. No, I'm really an artist. I'm longevity. I'm gonna be here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna make history. And you know, one of my goals actually is to become one of the greatest artists to ever come out my city, and that's Harlem. I feel like it's a lot of guys that came out of Harlem, but personally, I feel like none of them did it right. And I might get bashed for this, but I really don't care. And I just feel like some artists didn't do it right, because you look at it, the attention is on Brooklyn. The attention has always been on the Bronx, not really too much on Harlem as of late. So, you know, I just want to bring that change to the city, and then, you know, it'll help put everybody else in the right direction as well.
I see what you're saying. So, what's your nationality? I'm just curious.
I'm West Indian. Yeah.
100%?
I don't really think 100%, but my family come from the Nassau Bahamas. Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. Have you been?
I've never been there. No cap, never been there. You hearing my voice? You hearing my voice, right?
Yeah, like, so that's the thing. I don't get the vibe that you've been, but I don't get the vibe that you're like black and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's like interesting.
I get African, I get Dominican. You feel me? I get all types of shit sometimes, but you know, but it's really I'm West Indian. You know what I mean? I'm black. You know, I'm African American. I'm just Mont3Ga, man.
Oh, that's dope. Okay, so you flying out there one day?
Hell yeah. When this shit, you know, when they allow niggas to fly, I don't know if I don't know about the vaccines and all that other shit, but you know, when this shit calm down, you know, definitely, hell yeah, definitely.
Okay. So are you using any platforms such as like TikTok or Clubhouse or anything like that to help you?
I actually just got on Clubhouse the other day. I don't really be on it too much as of yet. But I know a lot of people who going crazy on it. Shout out SNS. SNS is another SNS Icy Gang. That's another artist. He invited me to a couple of rooms. I haven't really had the time to really like tune in just yet, but I'm definitely gonna go Clubhouse crazy.
Yes, you know the vibes. I love it. And where can people keep up with you? Like, how can they find you on social media and the platforms that you're using?
Anybody can find me on Instagram at Mont3Ga. That's Mont3Ga, Mont3Ga. I go by the Harlem Villain, aka the Popular Loner. Popular Loner out now, all streaming platforms. You can follow me on Twitter, the real Mont3Ga. I don't really be on that like that either, to be honest, but you know, again, I'm working on it. You feel me? Mostly follow me on the gram, Mont3Ga. Definitely follow me on the gram and stream my music, Mont3Ga, on any streaming platform.
What's your dream car? Bitch, a Range Rover. Gang affiliated, but I'm chillin' like a loner. Say he wanna smoke, so I turned him to a smoker.